Support LaneSide. Get something cool.
Alright guys, welcome back. As always, I am the Bearded Beast, Rob Johnson, and today we are looking at the new Emerge from Ebonite. Now this is a big, beefy hybrid, so let me show you what we've done with it here. Now, knowing that this has a very large core in it, with a differential of 0.53 and an intermediate differential of 0.21, I knew that this thing was going to be fairly strong. As we put holes in this, we know we're going to blow the differential up. So we wanted something, because I'm a little more rev dominant, that was going to have some length. It was going to have some snap down lane, but it wasn't going to bleed off too much tilt, so we were going to have, hopefully, a lot of motion down lane. Now, if we take a look at the layout on this one, we've gone with our standard layout. So we've gone, for our hybrids, we've gone with a 4.5-inch pin to PAP, a 5.5-inch mass bias to PAP, and we've gone with a 2.5-inch pin over line. So we're expecting that we can, at some point, add some surface to this and really make it fly. But rather than listening to me think about it, why don't we take it LaneSide and see how it stacks up?
And welcome to the lanes here in Barrie on the easiest of easy house shots. And once again, our two-handed bowler is, well, it's me. It's the Bearded Beast. And, alright, that's what I like to see off the bat. Yes, we're looking at the Emerge. This is a strong hybrid. As I said in the opening, this thing is, it's an 0.53, 0.21. So after drilling, we're going to be in that around 0.63 to 0.65 diff. So that's a ton of flare. That's like 6 inches of flare. But with a mass bias, our intermediate differential is going to be in around 0.30. So this thing has a lot of built-in change of direction. And, well, you can see right there. Rather than keep it in the oil like I did with the first shot and roll it forward, I tried to get that one out to a defined friction point, and you could see just how much that ball hooks. Now, the original Emerge, it wasn't a slouch either. Like, let's be honest, it had some motion, but this is beefy. I mean, we're looking at a 500,000, 1,500 surface on it. Then they put a factory compound on it. But if you look at it, it still has that dull look to it. It still has a lot of that surface grit. So it digs in. They had a performance point. Ooh. I got that one a little bit. I lofted it a little bit and kept in the oil a little too long there. Their performance that they wanted was something that was going to see the mid lane, see the friction as it got down lane, and have enough core dynamics to allow it to turn left. I think we've seen that so far. As a two-hander, probably going to have to change the surface on this. Probably take it up to 3,000 just to get a little bit more length. Now, I do know that that's going to also increase the speed at which it sees the friction down lane. So it's going to be an interesting test when I make that surface change. So we're going to make another move here, and yeah, you can see I'm trying to get it out to that friction. On our lanes there are a very high friction surface with a low volume, this ball is a ton of hook. So what I'm trying to say here is if you guys have a lot of oil out there, if you're a speed dominant player, this ball is going to be a very good early ball for you to control the lane, to get the ball to pick up. As a rev dominant player, this is going to be a ball that you can circle the lane with very easily. I am already 8 boards left of my initial target. I'm going to keep pushing. Good Lord. Look at that. Look how short that hook window is. With that big intermediate differential, what we've done is rather than the ball gradually making its move and being very continuous through the pocket, that ball starts to make its move, makes a very violent move, and then rolls a little bit more forward, but still has a faster hook motion than your symmetrical normally would be. This is why I like the asymmetrical hybrids for when you can only carry 6 balls with you, and you need that ball that's a little bit more, let's call it versatile in the cover stock, where you can put some surface on it. It could be another solid, or you can take some surface off. You can see I've moved in and tried to keep it in the oil there. Try to delay it from hooking. She hooks a lot. We threw the first one. I was very surprised at the performance from this one. This is like another level. It's taken it like so much more motion down lane. Of course, here I am left-handed, and you can see I have to keep it inside that 10 board as close as I can, because I need to keep that ball in the oil. It handles it. And here we are with our benchmark ball, the Rattler. Now, every company has a ball similar to this, with similar core and cover dynamics. Not exactly the same, obviously. I love my Rattler. But every company has one that you can relatively compare apples to apples. And, well, check this out here. We've got the Rattler and the Emerge. You can see the Emerge starts out much farther inside, but ends up hooking at about the same place on the lane. That was surprising to me. It might be a little bit earlier, but it's about the same place on the lane where my Rattler read and hooked into the pocket. You'll see it a little bit better here. I'm about 5-6 boards inside, but once it got down lane, down to about 35 to 40 feet, it really kind of, they disappear into each other. They end up rolling the exact same way. And, I mean, that's what you want out of your hybrid. You can see it from the lane level. You want something where when your benchmark ball isn't enough, or you know that you can take advantage of that friction point and get more angle of entry, you can move left a little bit and pick up a big asim like this one and get it to go through the pins the right way, rather than potentially having a little bit of carry down, or having it being over under because they're cliffed. This is a ball that's not going to miss that friction. Just remember, though, with a core this big, you're gonna need oil. You're gonna need oil, because when this one emerges from the end of the oil pattern, she's gonna turn left.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you LaneSide.